Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethany, and I'm here to do my video response to Tarot Tools Trio, hashtag Tarot Tools Trio. The original video was created, and the tag was created by Cormack Carr on late January in 2018. And I am going to be doing a response. So the idea behind this tag is, imagine you don't have access to your full library of tarot tools, but you do have a handy portable tarot toolkit with you. So we're going to be sharing 3 absolutely essential tarot decks, 3 absolutely essential tarot books, and 3 absolutely essential tarot spreads, plus 1 wildcard tool. Something that you have to have in your toolkit. So I sort of struggled with the first one, so we're going to start with 3 absolute essential tarot decks. It's so subjective. Know that this is subjective, and with everything I say, take what you want and simply take what resonates and simply leave the rest. I struggled with this a lot because there are 20 or 30 decks that I would say have been instrumental to my tarot journey, and that I wouldn't be the tarot reader I am today without them. I know it sounds a little wanky, but it's really true. So I really fucking struggled with it, and essential to me isn't necessarily going to be essential to anybody else. So I'd say essential to anyone who wants to read the Rider-Waite-Smith, because again, it could be essential. Someone may only want to do Marseille, or someone may only want to do Thoth. But I think an essential deck is at least a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I love the Centennial Pamela Colman Smith edition. I love the muted colours. One of the reasons why I didn't really resonate with the Rider-Waite-Smith, the original, when I first started my tarot journey, and I had a copy, I never used it, was because of the colours, whereas this has got a beautiful, like, older, parchmenty kind of feel, and the colours are a little bit more muted. I find it that makes it so readable. I love the backs. I think the backs are really simple but gorgeous, with Pixie's signature. This deck is just super stunning, and really, it's so beautiful. And so many books, and I've said many times before, this would be no surprise to anyone who watches my channel regularly or has done any of my courses or whatever, is that I love the Rider-Waite-Smith system. I teach it because most content that I found anyway, like books, etc., have been based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system. And I love the symbols. I love it, and I've loved the extended universe. Like we talk about, it's a Rider-Waite-Smith extended universe now, like an MCU. We got a Rider-Waite-Smith, we got a RWS extended universe, from all of the incarnations of other deck creators far and wide now. But I would say that this deck is essential just for me, and I would like to, if I was traveling, I would want to take a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I have been using this a truck ton. It was in a box in my bookcase, like I got the Centennial, the big one. I'd like to get it in a tin as well. Maybe while I'm in the States for Northwest Tarot Symposium, I might buy myself in the tin version. But I took it out, and it's now been right next to my reading space, so I can grab it at any time. And I've been using it a lot recently. Actually used it this morning with clients. My second one, now this is where it becomes extremely subjective, and you may want to guess that this is what I'm going to say, but I think, I love my own deck. And I use it all the time. And for me, if I was going to, I travel so much, of course I'm going to take my own deck with me. Of course I'm going to read with it. I read with it every single day. Every single day I read with this deck. I like, I'm not going to go on about it. You guys have seen me talk about this deck a number of times, and the reason why I think it's essential is because it was my creation. Like, I think if you've created something and it's, you know, I know this so intricately because, you know, I was like, I want this person to look like this, and I drew out the shitty stick figures, and, you know, I wrote the guidebook from scratch, and so much of myself went into it. Of course I'd want to take that, and I'd find that essential to me. The third one, like I said, I really struggled with this part of the tag because so hard. But the Orosoma Tarot, this is one of these things that, if, knock on wood, please no baby Jesus, if there was ever a water damage or anything, or a fire or anything, I would risk my life to go and get this deck. It's out of print. I use it all the time. As many of you know, I'm a trained Orosoma consultant and reader. I spent 2 years getting all of my my certifications in Orosoma reading and the Orosoma system, and I just love it. Fuck, it's beautiful, and you know, you can learn both sides and all that. It just is such a complete system for me, and it is just such a beautiful fucking deck. Like, the artwork, oh my god, yeah, she's just done such an amazing job. I have videos of the Orosoma tarot on my channel if you want to go check out more about them. But Pamela Matthews did an incredible job. She's an incredible artist, and I have her other deck too, the Goddess one. But that would be essential to me because not only has it got the tarot in here, in this system, it also has all the Orosoma system work in it as well, which has, you know, aromatherapy, it has Bach plant, it's got crystal elixir stuff, it's astrology, the Kabbalah, so everything, it's all interwoven on top of the tarot. So that's my third. Shout out to the Druidcraft Tarot, which is one of my soul decks, and I would find it very difficult to leave behind. The Spiral Tarot, which was the first tarot deck that really opened my eyes to the beauty of something that, like, the artwork was not necessarily something I'd hang up on my wall, but holy hell, it was the first deck that holy hell, is that like a conundrum? Oxymoron? Holy heck. Oh my stars. Oh shit. That deck was the first deck that my guide spoke to me through, and it was like such a fucking moment of like, holy shit. I heard them so clearly, and I saw those pictures moving so perfectly, and it was just abstract enough that there was so much room for interpretation from my guides, and the guidebook is killer. Like, the full guidebook is amazing. So that deck, like, was a real turning point deck for me. And then another one is another shout out to, two more shout outs, the Celtic Dragon Tarot, which was the second deck I ever got because I really loved dragons, and I have a guide who shows itself as a dragon, and I wanted to work with that. And then my very first deck, the Mythic Tarot, the original, one of the ones from the 80s. So those would be my kind of like the other ones that I would find very difficult to be without. And now, as many of you know, Victorian Romantic Tarot is another one that I rarely do not use on a daily basis, so it's hard. And then I'm finding new ones I love every day, so we're so spoilt for choice. Alrighty, so the second tarot, the second part of the tag is 3 absolutely essential tarot books, and these are general ones, not the little white books. I found this one very hard too because there's a lot of mentions I'd like, but this is a fucking great book. Learning the Tarot by Joan Bunning. It's also online. I love her stuff. I've had this book since, I don't even know how long, 1998, when it came in print. So it is such a like so much content on the web is based on this woman's work. Let's just put it that way. It is amazing. It is so detailed. Oh, look at that. One of my money cards is in there. It's so detailed. It's just, yeah, it's awesome. And not only is it detailed, it gives you exercises as well. It's a fantastic book. And I have this, I'm going to be doing a top books for like beginners. I'm doing a tarot for beginners series this year. I finally am going to get around to like doing it on my blog and on YouTube. So this is you'll see this happen again, this happenstance again. Now the other two for me are not beginner books. I don't think they're beginner books. They might be for other people, but first one is Spiritual Tarot, and I think I saw someone else holding this up in one of the tag response videos. So I know I'm probably not alone in this. Oh my God, I love this. I love this book. It gives you a little bit about the card. The card speaks to you in the first person. Then there's a key phrase. There's 3 representations of the cards. So you've got the Rider-Waite, the Morgan Greer, and the Aquarian. So you get three different perspectives. And then it actually gives you a whole bunch of like stuff to really work with the card. And it is more on the spiritual side, you know. So a lot of us do more spiritual counseling kind of readings. And this is it. Oh God, I love this book. Like if I get sort of stuck, and then they got for myself, if I want to read for myself, but I would read this book over and over again. It's a very old copy. It's kind of getting a bit trashed. It's getting a little bit trashed. This is from 1970. No, that's 1996. 1970 was the Aquarian Tarot. Fucking love this book. It's one of those things that's like, yeah, I love it. And the other one is Heart of Tarot. I think it's by the same, it's by the same people. Not funny. This has, this concept of this book is that the two most interesting, the two things you really only need to know is the opportunity and the challenge, situation and challenge. So in this book, every card is looked at as either in the situation position or the challenge position. It's so great. So you have, so we've got Temperance, and then we've got 2 representations of Temperance, this time from the Rider-Waite-Smith and the Robin Wood Tarot. And then it said, if you draw Temperance for the situation, it may suggest. And if you draw it as a challenge, it may suggest. And then, so it really gets you to look at the cards in a different way and shows you in a, without, I mean, you could do that for every position in the Celtic Cross, and I'm sure someone has or will or whatever. But it doesn't overcomplicate it because you're only doing it for 2 positions. But it gives you like instead of saying like up, right, and reverse, it gives you a different way of looking at those types of energies that could be held within those cards in different positions. And I stinking love it. Again, I don't know if I'd say it would be a beginner's book, but I really do love it. Honourable mention to 78 Degrees of Wisdom by the amazing Rachel Pollack. It's in my bookcase right there. And honourable mention to Holistic Tarot. I wanted to choose books that maybe, I don't know, that are a little, maybe people hadn't heard of before. And also the Definitive Tarot. I would try and grab those as well off my bookshelf. So I love those. And then the final part of this is absolutely essential tarot spreads. Now, I do not like the Celtic Cross. My first one is I don't like the Celtic Cross. I practice it and I get students to practice it because it can be interesting to see. And another thing I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to be challenging myself with the Celtic Cross to do a breakdown. I've written 4 parts already. I just I've outlined them for that. But one thing I do like, and I've created it, and you can find it on my YouTube channel and on my blog, is my 5-card reading, which essentially takes the 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the central card and turns it into a reading. Now you can also put another one on top if you want to see what crosses. But my 5 card spread is one that I use pretty much every day I'm reading cards. I will use that at least once. Another one that I really, really love, which I found via Wild Moon Woman, I believe, is where you are now, where you're going, and how you're going to get there, which is a 3 card spread. I've done an example of that as well on my YouTube channel under 3 card. You can look at it, 3 card spread. I'll try and remember to link all these videos. And that's another one. I think 3 card spreads are extremely versatile. You can simply do past, present, future, which I think is fun and a great way to learn. But where you are, where you're going, and how you're going to get there is really, really great. And then the third one is one that I use a lot too, which is do more. So what is an action that you can take in regards to the situation? Do less, what you need to stop doing. Embrace. So what part of the situation or yourself do you need to get comfortable with, get cozy with, and make peace with, and then release. And what part of yourself, the situation, etc., do you need to really let go of because it's holding you back? And that's a spread I use a lot, or elements of that spread I use a lot for my clients as well, because I find it's a really good general one. It's super easy to use, and it's packed full of fucking like practical stuff you can do. You know, I try not to be the type of tarot reader that is like, oh, you know, really not that there's anything wrong with that, of being like really like, I'm not cryptic. I don't want to be cryptic. I think that's the thing I'm trying to say. I don't want to be cryptic. I want to give my clients, when they come to me for a reading, I want them to go away with a set of actions or something that they can do and participate in their life to be co-creators of the life that they want. I don't want them to come to me and feel disempowered, like they've got no choice, like they've got no path forward. I also think that a lot of that behavior can turn into, like, if you have no input into your life, it becomes like you can blame other people, or you can get like addicted to getting readings because you can't make a choice yourself. So I would say I'm a down to earth mystic. Like, I'm like, okay, I want to give you some like meat, give you some stuff you could work with. Okay, and then the last thing is one wild card tool. Any additional deck, book, spread, or something else you have to include in your toolkit. Now, I have been using this every day since I got the set over a year ago for a Secret Santa, which is gift exchange that I did with the Awakened Soul Coven, and it sits right there within arm's reach on my boot. I use this every day. I'm a Gemini, air sign, throat, very aligned to everything around my communication. I'm a communicator, I'm a writer. I talk through the tarot, I talk to my spirit guides. I am literally a big fucking mouthpiece. So the Speak Your Truth, it's from Essential EO Chakra. I'll put the link to that below. It's my friend's business on Etsy. I love the smell of this so much, this one. I have the full chakra set, but this one I find for me, if I'm getting stuck with writing, or, oh my gosh, because I'm a Gemini as well, I can tend to get a little bit distracted. Like, heaven help me if I go on YouTube. I'm down the rabbit hole of watching Trixie Mattel and Katja from friggin' RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, seriously, it becomes like a problem for me. I want to be their best friend so hard. So I'm either watching like trailers to movies that are coming up, or like nerd videos, or tarot videos, or drag queen videos. It's pretty much my life. So I get like really distracted, and then to bring myself back on point, I'll use this to be like, okay, now time to like focus and get clear about what you're communicating and what you're trying to get done today. I use this before my readings as well, and I find that it opens all of this up. You can thank this baby for this video today. Woo! I love aura sprays. I do love smoke ceremonies. I do a lot of them. But for a quick on the go or a quick in the bag, it is like I will travel with that everywhere. So that is my tag. I'm so glad I got time to do this today. I think if you're not following or if you're not subscribed to Brian Cormack Carr's YouTube channel, I will put the original video below. Shame on you. A really great video, great tag. And I hope you all have a rad day or evening, depending on what time you're watching this. And may the tarot be with you.